Me and Andrea obviously planned to have a family for some time, and for a couple of years nothing really happened. My dad, sadly, who is no longer with us today, as a leaving gift with terminal cancer, he said he'd pay for our round of IVF, and thankfully fell pregnant first time round. But sadly, he passed away just before Hendrix was born, so he never knew he had a grandson, which is very tough. And
he would have loved that little boy, wouldn't he?
He would have loved that little man to bits.
I actually really enjoyed being pregnant. It was weird. I remember it as a really happy
Positive time, yeah.
And then, yeah, things took a turn. They couldn't get him out. He wasn't breathing. He had to be resuscitated. The natural part that you imagine, like him getting put in. I can't even explain how bad that was. And I still remember the doctor that was in the room with us. He said, the best thing you can give Hendrix is love. They said certain paths in his brain had been completely severed. He had brain damage from the birth, the brain damage from the starvation of oxygen, and the outlook was really bleak, wasn't it? And being told that he'd never walk, it was just so sad. Without the Ronald McDonald house, I generally don't know how he would have got through it all. The days when you get given really bad news, or coming back to the Ronald McDonald house at night and kind of having dinner and having somewhere to talk away from the hospital was such a blessing.
You come home after a rough day at hospital, and that's what the Ronald McDonald house feels like, home. You come home, you reset, you get your head down, and you fight the following day. And the staff and everyone here literally don't know what wonderful jobs they're doing.
We never slept as well as we slept at the Ronald McDonald house. I think part of that is obviously you're so close
God
to
forbid.
your child, and you know you're minutes away. It's just such a calm environment. It's just what you need after a day at the hospital.
The staff at the house became our shoulder to cry on. When we couldn't do it for one another, they would be there to listen. If you wanted to cry, if you wanted a hug, these real small trivial things pick you back up a smile as you walk back through the door after a rough day at hospital. At the Ronald McDonald house, in our room, there were landlines next to the bed, so God forbid the hospital had to ring us and our mobiles weren't working for any reason. They have a direct line straight to your room to give you immediate updates or news on your child. Peace of mind knowing you've got the phone next to you, that you will wake up and be told news if need be, was so reassuring, and I think helped you switch off that little bit more. The house, although they may not be living the nightmare that we're living, they put themselves in your position and go, right, what do these guys need? How can I help them? How can I make their life that little bit easier whilst they're going through such a rough time? And they nailed it.
I'm so proud of Hendrix. I cannot explain it. Every day is like we're bursting with pride. He's definitely defying the odds, and he's going to keep defying the odds. We say all the time that the one thing with having a child like Hendrix is you literally appreciate every single thing he does.
And take nothing for granted.
He's just incredible, and he's so happy. He wakes up happy, he goes to bed happy, doesn't he? He makes us laugh all day. He's got such a character, and he's just proving everyone wrong. He's just fighting on and getting stronger and stronger.
He's going to be playing for England football team. My dad, I think he died a very happy man. He knew how desperate he was for a baby, and he gave us the opportunity to become parents, and I just like to think he's looking down over the pair of us now, thinking we're doing a pretty good job, because I think we are.